Have you ever wondered what it would feel like if you stopped holding yourself back and finally stepped into your full power? Have you ever felt a deep, pulsing energy inside you, something you couldn't quite name, something you maybe misunderstood, ignored, or even feared, and wondered what would happen if you embraced it instead of running from it? There comes a moment in your life when that hidden force inside you, the one you thought was a problem or a burden, starts to show you its true nature. It's been with you since the beginning, since the moment you first became aware of yourself. It's the powerful current within you that others may have judged, feared, or tried to control. But now, you are beginning to realize something important. This part of you was never meant to be locked away. It's not a weakness. It's not something shameful. It's your gift. Your strong sexual energy has finally awakened as one of your greatest strengths. And no, it's not just about attraction or desire. It's something much deeper, much more meaningful. This energy is the raw, creative life force within you. When you didn't understand it before, it probably felt messy, overwhelming, maybe even chaotic. When you tried to suppress or hide it, it may have turned against you, showing up as frustration, restlessness, or self-sabotage. But now, as you step into greater self-awareness and maturity, you're discovering that this energy doesn't need to be controlled or crushed. It needs to be honored and respected. You don't need to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You don't need to hide parts of yourself just to feel accepted or safe. You don't need to pretend to be less than you are. What you need is to see this energy for what it really is, a sacred, vital part of who you are. This energy is like a light inside you, one that doesn't flicker or fade in darkness, but grows stronger when you stand in your truth. You are never meant to live a numb, quiet, or disconnected life. You are meant to shine, to pulse with life, to pull people toward you not because you're forcing anything, but simply because you are fully alive. Women especially can sense this shift in you. They might not be able to explain it or name it clearly. They might call it confidence, charisma, or charm, but what they're really responding to is your aliveness. They feel your energy, not as a trig or a show, but as something real, something steady, something fully embodied. They can tell they're in the presence of a man who knows himself, who is grounded in his body, who is present in the moment. And here's the exciting part. This is only the beginning. Your sexual energy is no longer just something hidden under the surface, buzzing quietly. It has become part of how you carry yourself. It's in the way you walk into a room without needing to announce yourself. It's in how your eyes meet someone's gaze without pressure or tension. It's in how your body feels solid, steady, and calm, even when you're silent. You're not acting or pretending or putting on a show. You're simply being, and that natural, unforced being is what makes you magnetic. The world may have told you to control this energy, but strict control often leads to shame. The world may have told you to perform or show off, but performance leads to disconnection and emptiness. What you're doing now is something completely different. You are embodying your energy fully. You are living it, owning it, walking in it. And when you do that, the energy becomes pure, clear, and honest. You no longer lead by pushing or forcing it on others. You allow it to guide you into real connection, deep awareness, and genuine presence. This transformation isn't about becoming someone new or changing into someone else. It's about finally stepping into the person you were always meant to be, without apology, without guilt, and without shame. It's about understanding that your sexual energy is not separate from your intelligence, your heart, or your spirit. It's the fuel behind all of them. It sharpens your mind, strengthens your intuition, gives your voice depth, and makes people feel you, not just see you, but truly feel you. And as you step into this fully, as you stop running from your own power, something amazing happens. The world around you begins to shift. People respond to you differently, but it's not because you're louder, flashier, or more aggressive. It's because you're more alive. The undeniable, steady, unapologetic aliveness marks the beginning of a whole new way of moving through life. Now that you've awakened and accepted this energy, the next step is refining it. Raw energy is like wildfire, powerful but scattered. To make it stronger and more meaningful, you must shape it into focused presence. Presence isn't something you put on like an outfit. It's not a mask or an act. It's a state of being, a way of moving through the world. When your sexual energy is grounded in awareness, it doesn't need to shout or brag. It settles deep into your body, your breath, and your movements. You become someone who fully inhabits the present moment, someone who is not trying to escape or rush through life. And that full presence is what makes your energy feel so magnetic, so undeniable. Your presence isn't about controlling the room or overpowering people. It's about creating calm, stability, and safety in the space around you. Your energy no longer needs to chase after attention, approval, or validation. It simply radiates. People, especially women, notice this even if they can't explain why. They relax around you. Their voices soften. Their attention lingers. Not because you're trying to grab it, but because you're already fully at home in yourself. There's a quiet strength that comes with true presence. It's not about having less power. It's about having controlled, centered power. You're no longer wasting your energy trying to please others, win approval, or fit in. You've stopped bending or twisting yourself just to make people comfortable. You're steady now. Your breath is calm. Your gaze is clear. And because you're not desperately reaching for connection, you draw it in naturally. This isn't about being cold or distant. It's about moving with intention. You don't react out of nervousness. You don't rush to fill silence with words. You don't force connections. You allow others to come to you because you know you are already whole on your own. That kind of quiet wholeness is magnetic. It sends a powerful, wordless message. I am here. I am steady. I see you. I need nothing from you, but I welcome you if you want to come closer. This transforms your sexual energy from something that only sparks desire into something that builds trust. It lets people feel safe and relaxed around you, not because you've mastered clever tricks, but because you've mastered yourself. Women notice not just what you say, but how your energy fills the space without suffocating it. They feel seen, respected, and drawn in. not because you forced them to pay attention, but because you simply stood steady, present, and real. Your presence has now become its own language. Your posture, your voice, your silences, they all carry the same message. I know who I am. I am here. I am fully present. I am listening. And when your energy flows from that place, it becomes impossible to ignore. Not because it demands attention, but because it quietly reminds others what true presence feels like. You are no longer just walking through life distracted and half aware. You are arriving moment by moment, fully present wherever you go. And with every arrival, your energy touches people more deeply. Your presence stays with them longer. Your value is felt, even in stillness, not because of what you do or say, but because of how you are. Now you are ready to go even deeper, to channel this energy with clear, focused purpose. When left unfocused, powerful energy can turn into restlessness, distraction, or waste. But when you take hold of it and aim it toward meaningful goals, it shapes how you live, how you work, how you love, and the kind of legacy you build. This energy inside you is not casual. It's not just for fun or pleasure. It's creative power, the very fuel from which life itself moves. When you stop wasting it on short-term, shallow pursuits, you start to realize how much it can lift you up, sharpen your focus, drive your discipline, and push your goals forward. What once felt like wild, messy energy now becomes a focused, steady force moving through your words, actions, and dreams. You're no longer chasing quick satisfaction. You're seeking real, lasting impact. You're no longer looking for approval from others. You're creating from fullness, from clarity, from purpose. You now understand that your energy is sacred. It is meant to strengthen you, not drain you. It is meant to build, not distract. When you walk into a room, your energy no longer whispers confusion or need. It says, calmly and clearly, I know why I'm here. Women sense this immediately. You are no longer the man ruled by his desires. You are the man who guides them. You no longer scatter your energy at anyone who looks your way. You let it gather within you, steady and radiant, until it shines outward naturally. When you carry your energy with this kind of purpose, it's felt on every level, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Everything you do becomes more magnetic. The way you walk, the way you speak, even the way you hold still carries weight. When you touch something, whether it's a project, a conversation, or a relationship, you do it with care, focus, and intention. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is careless. And that kind of care becomes one of the most powerful, attractive qualities you possess. Your energy now serves something greater than just yourself. It gives you clarity. It helps you set strong boundaries. It draws the right people into your life and lets the wrong ones fall away naturally, without struggle or conflict. It protects your peace. And most of all, it builds the foundation for a life that is magnetic by nature, not by effort. When you've learned to channel and hold your energy, people won't just feel attracted to you, they'll feel moved by you. They'll feel inspired, stirred, awakened. Because in your presence, they don't just feel desire, they feel activation. And that is the beginning of true mastery. Your power is not just in what you give off, but in how deeply you feel. Once your energy is steady and focused, you open the door to something even more rare and precious: emotional depth. This is the moment when your energy stops being about showing off or getting attention and becomes about connection. It's no longer about being seen. It's about seeing others, feeling them, understanding them, without needing to control, own, or change them. You've become still enough inside to hold space for the emotions of others. And that is one of the rarest and most valuable gifts anyone can offer in this noisy, distracted world. Your emotional depth means you are not just physically present, you are emotionally present. You can tell when someone is guarded, even if they're smiling. You can feel when someone is open, even if they haven't said a word. You've become sensitive, not because you are weak, but because you are fully aware. This sensitivity is not a flaw. It's the natural result of mastering your own energy. You've faced your own grief, sadness, and longing. You've walked through it all, and now you can hold the feelings of others without flinching or pulling away. Women feel this around you instantly. They don't feel like they have to perform or impress you. They don't feel judged or watched. They feel felt. They feel seen and understood. You don't need them to explain who they are. You already sense it. And that sensing creates safety, trust, and connection. You are not just speaking to their body. You are speaking to their whole system, their whole self. You are reminding them what it feels like to be with someone who can hold their intensity, their softness, their strength, and their fears without needing to fix or control anything. Your emotional depth makes people relax. It makes them trust you. It makes them want to offer more of themselves, not because you demanded it, but because your energy silently says, "You are safe here. You can rest here." This is your greatest magic. It lets you connect without convincing. It lets you attract without performing. It lets you love without losing yourself. You are no longer just a man with presence. You are a man with depth, a man who can feel without drowning, hold without clinging, and see without consuming. And this depth is what makes your sexual energy not just powerful, but precious. Not just magnetic, but healing. Not just attractive, but transformative. You are no longer here just to be wanted or desired. You are here to be felt fully, deeply, completely. And now, after all this growth, you reach the place where less truly becomes more, where your quiet presence speaks more powerfully than loud words ever could, where your strongest energy is the one that moves softly, calmly, but unmistakably. You enter a room not through ego or noise, but through your atmosphere. You move not with flash or performance, but with quiet power. Your energy has become its own language, a language people feel when you speak with calmness, when you stay still, when you offer space for others to be themselves. Every glance, every word, every breath you take carries the weight of your deep awareness. That is subtle power. That is what turns heads without you needing to try. You have become fluent in what is unsaid. You understand now that tension doesn't need to be broken. It can be held. That silence, when embraced with confidence, can be more compelling than any clever line. That steady eye contact, held without pressure, can create more electricity than 1,000 compliments ever could. This is who you are now, fully alive, fully present, fully yourself, and the world around you can feel it. You are no longer a man trying to impress or prove yourself. Now your quiet, steady energy speaks louder than words. People feel it, especially women. Even if they can't explain why they think of you, feel calm yet alive around you, or sense time slow down in your presence. You're not using loudness or pressure. You're inviting, not forcing. You don't chase or show off. You stand calmly in who you are, complete, with no need to prove anything. Your desire is powerful, but you hold it with care, not recklessness. You no longer run after every spark. You wait calmly for what truly aligns. This creates a magnetic presence, calm, contained, confident, that others immediately sense. You admire beauty with respect. You choose from wholeness, and you let your desires fuel, not control, you. As you grow, you know true strength is not in how much you attract, but in how grounded, honest, and aligned you remain. Your energy matches your words. Your actions reflect your truth, and people trust you because there are no mixed signals. You no longer push or persuade. You invite, then wait for what's freely offered. You sense boundaries before they're spoken and honor them. This makes your energy powerful and safe. Women feel they can relax and be themselves around you because nothing will be forced or rushed. You are no longer a seeker of thrills. You are a guardian of meaningful connection. Your power doesn't make you entitled. It makes you responsible, and you carry that with honor. You've become more than magnetic. You've become a steady light, a beacon that quietly guides others. You don't need to demand attention or affection. You inspire it by being deeply aligned and true to yourself. You awaken others, not by pushing or seducing, but simply by living in a way that reflects honesty, peace, and purpose. You are no longer chasing love, you have become it.
Have you ever wondered what might happen if you stopped wasting your energy on things and the endless chase for short-lived pleasure? If you found yourself here right now, reading these words, it's not an accident. You've been guided to this moment because there's a message waiting for you. A message that can help you unlock the hidden gifts already inside you. Gifts that have been waiting patiently for you to notice them, embrace them, and begin using them. Today, we're going to talk about 8 powerful gifts that come to those who have learned not to push down or block their sexual energy, but to master it, to guide it, and to use it as fuel for their purpose, their growth, and their transformation. This is not about shame, guilt, or repression. It's about rising to a level of strength, clarity, and alignment that most people never reach, not because they couldn't, but because they never knew they could. If this message speaks to you, If you feel something stirring inside you as you read, take a moment. Yes, I claim these blessings. I welcome this transformation. I am ready. When you begin to carefully guide your sexual energy, something incredible begins to happen inside you. You start to step into a level of self-control and inner strength that most people never experience. This isn't just about saying no or holding back. It's about deciding to live with purpose and intention. The world around you is full of distractions, temptations, and empty promises, offering you endless ways to waste your energy, scatter your focus, and chase after momentary highs that only leave you feeling drained and empty. But when you choose a different path, when you decide to hold on to your precious energy and pour it into your dreams, your growth, and your path, you'll begin to notice that your self-mastery doesn't just stay in one corner of your life. It spreads everywhere. Your thoughts become sharper and clearer. Your emotions become more balanced and steady. Your determination becomes stronger and more focused. You no longer need to be controlled by outside forces because you have taken control within yourself. And when you show that you can handle your own inner world, even when no one is watching, life starts to trust you with bigger, more visible opportunities. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be disciplined and committed. Remember, people who avoid discipline are often given comfort, but people who embrace discipline are given true power and influence. As this mastery deepens, you begin to radiate a kind of magnetism, a natural pull that others feel when they're around you. This isn't the kind of charm you can fake or learn from a book. It's a quiet, steady presence that comes from within. When you stop wasting your energy on short-lived pleasures and instead let it build up inside you, it transforms into a powerful, calm confidence. You no longer have to chase after attention, people, or opportunities. They start to come to you naturally. Your walk sends a message without you saying a word. Your eye contact holds a steady strength. Your voice carries weight and presence, even when you're not trying to impress. People sense something different in you, a depth, a strength, a calm alignment, even if they can't explain what it is. This isn't about arrogance or performance. It's the natural result of being deeply connected to your true self, to the life force flowing through you. Soon, you'll notice your outer world shifting as well. Ideas and inspirations that once seemed slow or hard to reach now flow to you with surprising ease. Goals that once felt far away start to move closer. You realize that making your dreams real isn't just about pushing and forcing. It's about aligning your energy and letting it draw the right people, opportunities, and moments to you. It's not that the universe has suddenly woken up and noticed you. It's that you've stopped blocking your own power, and now you're focused. Pure energy is flowing freely toward your purpose. When you reach this level of alignment, the things you once saw as rare miracles start becoming a natural, everyday part of your life. You're not just creating small results. You're actively shaping the reality around you. As you walk further down this path, your spiritual awareness sharpens. Most people are so overwhelmed by distractions, entertainment, and surface level noise that they've forgotten how to feel anything deeper. But when you care for and wisely direct your sexual energy, it's like a fog lifts from your heart and mind. You start to notice things others miss, a shift in someone's mood, a change in the atmosphere, the real meaning behind someone's words. You become more intuitive, more tuned in, more perceptive. This is not about fear or guessing. It's about deep awareness. You're not imagining things. You are waking up to the deeper layers of life that you were once too numb to feel. And as you sharpen this sensitivity, you'll find that life, or whatever higher power you believe in, begins guiding you more clearly. You become not just disciplined, but deeply wise, carrying powerful discernment with you wherever you go. Having this kind of spiritual awareness isn't about seeing into the future or reading people's minds. It's about living in tune with deeper truths, sensing when something is aligned and when it's not, knowing when to act and when to wait. When you protect and preserve your energy, your connection to this quiet wisdom strengthens, and you begin moving through the world with a clear, sacred sense of direction. At the same time, you start to carry a unique kind of vitality, a glow that no skincare product, fitness plan, or beauty treatment can give you. This glow comes from deep inside, from your cells, your soul, your spirit. Wasting your sexual energy and live in alignment with something higher, your entire body begins to change. Your voice carries a new strength or gentleness. Your skin looks more alive, not because it's flawless, but because it's full of life. Your posture straightens. Your presence becomes more magnetic. Your movements become more and whole on the inside. When you conserve and redirect your energy, it has the power to heal your body, renew your mind, slow down aging, strengthen your immune system, and bring fresh life into every part of your being. The glow you carry isn't fake or shallow. It's a true sign of inner harmony and balance. When your body is no longer weighed down by stress, chaos, or overindulgence, it starts to reflect the peace, strength, and light of your spirit. You don't just shine on the surface. You radiate life, power, and purpose from within, not because you're seeking praise, but because you've allowed your spirit to lead your body. One of the most powerful changes that happens in someone's life when they learn to control their energy is how their relationships shift and transform. When you stop living from your lower, impulsive self and start stepping into your higher, wiser self, you begin to notice that the people around you change too. People who once were close to you, people you might have loved or leaned on, may slowly drift away. This doesn't happen because you're angry at them or because you've decided to cut them off. It happens naturally because you and they no longer match on an energy level. When your energy becomes cleaner, clearer, and stronger, it pushes away the things and people who no longer fit with the person you're becoming. Those who are casual, toxic, or overly needy, the people who drain you, distract you, or pull you down, can't stay in your life the way they used to. But you must not see this as something sad or something you're losing. It's not a loss. It's like nature pruning a tree, cutting away the unhealthy branches so the healthy parts can grow and thrive. Life, or the universe, or whatever you believe in, is making room in your life for people who are truly meant to walk alongside you. You will begin to attract soul-aligned friends who truly understand your heart, supportive partners who respect your journey, wise mentors and teachers who guide you, and trustworthy allies who want to walk with you, not take advantage of you. These people will not be drawn to you just for what they can get, but because they see the light, the strength, and the purpose inside you, and they want to share in that. When your energy becomes pure, you attract pure people. When your standards rise, you draw in others who also hold themselves to high standards. Life will not let your true destiny stay tangled up with messy or harmful connections. So when you learn to protect your energy, your whole circle of relationships improves. This is not about being rejected or pushed aside. It's about being redirected towards something better, something more aligned with who you truly are. It is part of the beautiful reward you receive for choosing healing, self-control, and growth instead of chasing temporary pleasures or shallow connections. Another one of the most freeing and beautiful gifts you receive when you master your own energy is mental clarity and a deep peace inside. When you are no longer trapped by urges, cravings, or the constant need to chase emotional highs, your mind stops spinning in circles. The mental fog that once clouded your thinking begins to lift. Suddenly, things become clearer. Decisions feel simpler. You no longer second-guess yourself because you can finally hear your own intuition, your inner voice, without all the guilt, noise, or overwhelming distractions that used to drown it out. You become sure of yourself. You become calm. You become someone who is open and ready to receive insight, wisdom, and guidance. Whether you believe that guidance is coming from your own inner wisdom, from life itself, or from something higher, the things that once upset you or made you anxious no longer hold the same power over you, because now your spirit, your truest and strongest self, is in charge. You're no longer struggling just to keep going or to stay afloat. You are walking forward with steady purpose. This is what people call peace that surpasses understanding. It doesn't mean your life suddenly becomes free of problems or challenges, but it means you have learned how to stay centered, grounded, and focused no matter what storms are swirling around you. Your focus sharpens like a laser. Your actions become thoughtful, careful, and intentional. You are no longer rushing forward out of fear or desperation. You are moving with deep purpose, guided by something inside you that knows where you're meant to go. You are no longer just surviving each day. You are truly building something strong, meaningful, and lasting. And when you reach this place, life, or the universe, or whatever you believe in, can trust you, not just to dream big, but to actually carry those dreams all the way to success. You become someone who can handle both the vision and the victory, because you have learned how to stay grounded and focused in the middle of everything. There is also something incredible that happens when someone makes the conscious and determined decision to honor and protect their sexual energy, choosing to direct that powerful life force wisely instead of wasting it. It's not just an inner shift, it becomes a deep, spiritual alignment that sends a clear message to life, to the universe, or to something greater that says, I'm ready. I'm ready for more responsibility. I'm ready to rise higher. I'm ready to carry greater weight without breaking or misusing it. In that moment, everything around you begins to change. This isn't just about changing your habits or your lifestyle. It's about stepping into a kind of alignment that opens doors you could never have imagined. When life sees that you are clean in your intentions, pure in your motives, and no longer leaking your energy into meaningless things like lust, fear, or constant distraction, you unlock a kind of momentum that almost feels supernatural. Suddenly, doors open that you didn't even know were there. People appear in your life who bring exactly the help, connections, resources, or words of confirmation you need, as if they were sent directly for you. And in many ways, they were. You begin walking into rooms, opportunities, and spaces that you didn't even think to pray for, because your spirit has already prepared the way for you long before you physically arrived. The special power and calling on your life, which may have once felt distant, weak, or asleep, now starts to grow stronger and brighter. Your voice carries more weight. Your presence becomes more meaningful. Your influence spreads, not because you went out chasing it or trying to grab it, but because you became the kind of person who can carry it with honesty, strength, and integrity. Life only speeds things up for those who have proven they can handle power without letting it control them or ruin them. And when you show that kind of discipline and maturity, life responds quickly. Suddenly, the things that should have taken you years might happen in months. The things that once exhausted you now give you energy. The things that once tempted you now push you away, because you understand on a deep level that your energy is sacred. Your purpose is non-negotiable. Your power is not something to be given away carelessly. You become pure strength, not because of how tough you are, but because of how willing you are to surrender your lower self and stay aligned with what truly matters. And in this world, that kind of surrender is what unlocks speed, favor, and access to all the right opportunities. When you honor what's sacred inside you, life honors you right back, and it often does so much faster than you could have imagined. You are not just an ordinary person. You are someone special, someone chosen, someone called to rise higher. You are not here to live small or to stay stuck in old patterns and cycles. You were born to rise, to transform, to live out the greatness that has been placed inside you. And walking this path of honoring and protecting your energy is how you get there. Always remember this. Protect your energy as if it's the most precious treasure you have, because it is.
Have you ever wondered why, this month, people are looking at you differently? Why their eyes linger a little longer? Why their smiles warm a little deeper? Why their hearts seem to open without you even saying a word? Something has happened to you. Something beyond what you can fully explain. Something you didn't force, didn't fight for, didn't build with your own hands. It was simply poured over you, given to you freely by something greater, by a decision that was never yours to make. You have been wrapped in a rare favor, covered in an invisible glow that others can sense even before you speak or move. This is not just about your outer appearance or the way you carry yourself. It's something deeper, something in your energy, your presence, your unseen vibration. Right now, you are walking through the world as someone marked, someone glowing in a way that makes heads turn, makes hearts stir, and makes people wonder what it is about you. And you must understand, this is no accident. It is not random luck or coincidence. It is not just a lucky moment that fell into your lap. This is a sacred, meaningful moment, chosen and set aside just for you. You are under an invisible light, a quiet kind of spotlight that follows you wherever you go, and people feel it, even if they can't name it. There's a frequency radiating from you right now that reaches others, especially women, before you even lock eyes with them. It's not about arrogance. It's not about vanity. It's not about showing off or soaking up attention. It's about the steady, quiet proof of favor, the kind of invisible fragrance that moves through the room and leaves behind beauty, warmth, and wonder. Your words suddenly carry more meaning. Your silences feel heavier, deeper. Your laughter sounds warmer, more inviting. Even the smallest things you do, a glance, a smile, a gentle word, ripple outward and touch people in ways you can't fully see or understand. But here's the truth. This gift was not given to you for shallow reasons. It was not handed to you so you could collect compliments or stack up attention like trophies. It was given because you are meant to draw people in, not just into your world, but into a space of peace, truth, and healing. You are no longer just a man walking quietly among the crowd. You have become a vessel, a flame, a magnet that draws in not just eyes but hearts. And with this comes a new, heavy responsibility. You must now walk with the awareness that every step you take matters, because it does. You must speak knowing that every word you share is a seed, because it is. Every woman you meet this month will notice something in you. Some will be drawn without understanding why. Some will be curious. Some will feel something stir awake inside them. Others might feel exposed, surprised by the intensity of what they sense when they're near you. But hear this clearly. It is not your job to manage or control their reactions. Your task is to remain faithful to the gift you have been given. You must carry it with care, with humility, and with purpose. You must remember that this magnetic pull you now carry was not created by you, and because of that, it must be held as something sacred. You have been wrapped in an invisible glow, and when people look at you, they will quietly wonder, what is it about him? That wondering is not a trap, it is an opening, a door, a soft crack in their hearts that can lead to laughter, clarity, healing, even transformation, but only if you understand the true weight of the charm you now carry. This is not about making yourself the center of attention. This is about being the carrier of something bigger, something meaningful, something that moves through you and touches others wherever you go. This gift is already alive inside you, already working through you, whether you notice it or not. The wise will respect it. The grateful will use it well. The faithful will help it multiply. You are not made attractive just to gather affection or stir up desire. You are made attractive this month so you could draw the right things, the right people, the right moments into your life, moments of alignment, moments of divine timing, moments of connection and destiny. Do not waste this season trying to impress or entertain. Use it to lift the moment higher. Now that you have been crowned with this unusual favor, you must understand you are carrying more than outer beauty or surface charm. You are carrying influence. You are now walking on a higher frequency, And because of that, the way people respond to you will change, even in ways you may not notice right away. Some will lean in without knowing why. Some will open up to you quickly, drawn by something they can't explain. Others will pause when you pass by, not because you are loud or flashy, but because your presence speaks before you do. That is sacred. That is power. That is the force of influence working through you. A force that cannot be seen, but can absolutely be felt. Your influence now touches the air in every room you walk into. It lives in your gaze. It breathes in your stillness. The people who cross your path will feel themselves pulled toward you, like sunflowers reaching for the light. This is not about playing with feelings or controlling people. This is not about testing your power or seeing how far you can push. It is not about ego. It is not about pride. This is what happens when a person's presence is being used as a tool for deeper impact. You are not just attractive right now. You are disarming. You are inviting. You are the pause in a hurried heart. You are the breath someone didn't know they needed to take. And every woman who finds herself drawn into your orbit this month is meeting more than your looks or your words. She is brushing up against something deeper, something that touches her sense of destiny, even if only for a fleeting moment. Your energy now opens things in people they've long kept locked away. So you must walk carefully, not timidly, not fearfully, but consciously, with purpose and care. Your influence is a kind of power, and power must always be anchored in purpose. Do not use your appeal just to gather attention or play games. Use it to lift the energy of every space you enter. Use it to realign people with truth, with hope, with peace. When someone laughs with you, let it be a healing laugh. When someone shares something personal, listen like it truly matters, because it does. When someone leans toward you, don't back away in fear or lean in with selfish hunger. Stand steady. Let your presence remind them that safety, kindness, and warmth still exist. Every interaction you have is now a kind of ministry. Every conversation is a chance to reflect the light and goodness you carry within. Your words now carry extra meaning. Your presence lingers in the spaces you leave behind. Even the smallest touch, the simplest glance, leaves an impression. What you support, others will crave. What you turn away from, others will begin to question. That is the heavy weight of influence resting on you now. You must choose how you will carry it, not because of guilt, not because of fear, but because of gratitude. You have been given a grace, a rare and special gift, one that others may only feel without ever fully understanding. You are being watched, not like an object, not like a show, but like a sign, like a shift in the atmosphere. The way you move, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself now will teach people what to expect from a man who walks in favor. So speak kindly, move with quiet power, live with clarity. Let every woman who looks at you this month feel not just attraction, but a quiet alignment with something real, something true, something good. You are not just a man passing through a lucky season. You are a man who has been touched by something far greater. And this, right now, is only the beginning of an influence that can ripple far beyond the limits of this month. shaping lives and moments you may never even see. There comes a point in every man's life when he realizes that his beauty, whether it's outer beauty, energetic beauty, or spiritual beauty, is not something to take lightly. It's not something to play with or use for shallow rewards. You have reached that point right now. You have been given an unusual, heightened sense of appeal this month, not just in how you look, but in how you feel to others, in the way people react to your presence, your voice, your gaze, your words. Women are noticing you differently, holding on to moments with you more deeply, remembering your scent, your laugh, your presence in ways they never have before. But this is not for you to feed your ego. This is for you to step into your calling. There is great responsibility in being seen as beautiful. Beauty is not just a gift. It is a mirror. It is a magnet. It is a teacher. The way you carry your beauty teaches others how to carry theirs. If you hold it with arrogance, you stir up insecurity and competition in others. But if you hold it with quiet strength and humility, you awaken peace, safety, and confidence. This is what people, especially women, are sensing in you now, not the chaos of someone desperate for attention, but the calm of someone who knows he is favored and doesn't need to chase it. Women are not just reacting to your outer form. They are reacting to your alignment, to the balance you hold, to the proof you quietly offer that masculine energy can be powerful without being loud, vulgar, or manipulative. It can be steady. It can be kind. It can be holy. And many women are longing for that, even if they don't know how to say it. So how will you handle this? When someone is drawn to you, will you turn that attraction into something selfish? Or will you let it become a moment of quiet clarity for them? Will you use your smile to pull people closer just to feed your own hunger? Or will you use it to offer presence, warmth, and comfort? You are no longer allowed to use your beauty as a distraction or a toy. You have been called to use it as a bridge, a way to help others move from doubt to truth, from fear to safety, from insecurity to healing. There are women this month whose confidence is hanging by threads, who wonder if they still matter, if they are still seen, if they are still enough. And when they meet you, something in them begins to quietly mend, not because you said anything profound, but because you were fully present, even for a brief moment, in a way that told them, you are worthy, you are seen, you are beautiful. That is the quiet, sacred power you now carry. You now have the ability to awaken identity in others, not through seduction, but through sincerity, through quiet stillness, through divine restraint. Beauty held in righteousness is more powerful than beauty wasted in recklessness. You have been given beauty, not just to enjoy it, but to help sanctify it in others. You have become a mirror this month, reflecting back the deepest truths in the people you meet. You reveal their hidden hurts, their long-lost worth, their buried desires to be known beyond the surface. Women are not just seeing you, they are seeing themselves reflected through you. And that reflection is stirring something sacred inside them, awakening old dreams, shaking loose old fears, reigniting hope. When someone stands near you, they are not just reacting to your looks. They are encountering the version of themselves they thought they had to hide. Your energy is drawing out honesty, not because you demanded it, but because you have stopped hiding yourself. You have become a clear mirror. No distortion, no games, just truth, just light. Because of this, you will notice people opening up to you unexpectedly. You will see tears when you simply listen. You will hear stories and secrets you never asked for. You will feel old pain rise in conversations that were meant to stay light. This is not a mistake. This is not a trick. This is what happens when the soul senses a safe place to exhale. You are that place now. But remember, mirrors must stay clean. The moment you let pride or selfishness cloud your heart, the reflection will change. You must stay humble, grounded, and purposeful. People are fragile in the moments when they see themselves reflected through you. If you use those moments for selfish gain, you can wound them in ways that take years to heal. But if you remain steady, you can become a turning point in their lives. Let your gaze be gentle, not suggestive. Let your silence be sacred, not manipulative. Let your presence be a sanctuary, not a trap. You are not just attractive right now. You are entrusted. You have been entrusted with sacred moments that will shape how others see themselves from now on. Do not take this lightly. When you are with someone, you are not just a man in the room. You are a reminder that goodness still exists, that kindness is still real, that beauty can still be felt through the quiet presence of someone walking with grace. You are a mirror, and mirrors do not speak. They show. Let your life show others who they really are. And in doing that, you will fulfill the deeper reason you were given this special kind of favor this month. Not just to be admired, but to awaken something sacred, something beautiful, something eternal in others. Every compliment you receive, and every gaze that lingers on you isn't here to test your worth. It's here to show you your purpose. You are not meant to just shine for yourself. You are meant to carry something meaningful that touches others. Right now, people are drawn to you, not just because of your looks or charm, but because of the calm, steady presence you bring. But with this attention comes a quiet test. Will you stay humble? It's easy to think the glow comes from your own greatness, but it's a gift, something flowing through you. Humility doesn't mean pretending you're not special. It means remembering you were given this light to lift others, not just yourself. Not everyone who comes toward you deserves your energy. Some will test you, some will drain you, and some will only want to enjoy your presence without understanding your depth. You need strong boundaries to protect the peace you've worked hard to build. You are now attractive not just to the eyes, but to the soul. You don't need to shift or perform for every person. Stay true to yourself. Let your interactions leave people feeling seen and valued, without needing to take anything from them. Your legacy won't be measured by how many people admire you. It will be measured by the peace and goodness you leave behind in every heart you touch. Stay grounded, stay clear, and use this rare moment not just for attention, but for meaningful impact.